Yellow freaks of the internet, this is Lord.o from hookingupnow.com. And tonight, we're going to see, I couldn't sleep, so doing a live stream, and we're going to see if we can get some people to call in, maybe to talk about some of these topics here. So what we're going to do before we get started, I also want to talk to you about a post I made last week and a response I got, and going to let you know how that goes. So, if you're watching, you can call in if you want to chat with me directly. My Skype is live semicolon lord.o dash one underscore one. God, did that all wrong, but there it is. It's on the screen. Give us a call, and we can talk about anything you want that has to do with casual encounters, hooking up, Reddit, how it works, and your experiences. But like I said, before we get that going, let's do something here. What we're going to do is, let's just load this page. So I am on my Reddit account, and I'm going to post in Dirty R for R, and I'm going to post a post that's about seeing if someone wants to chat with us. It's going to say mail for Redditor, M for R. Q&A, AMA. AMA is actually Ask Me Anything. Ask Me Anything or just listen in. I'm streaming live and chatting about hooking up. So maybe that'll stir some people up to get to the stream and chat with us. And then I just put a quick description of what I want to chat about and the stream link. So let's post that. We'll do that first. And there we go. We're posted. And then let's go over to Twitter. And I got another, going to tweet this. Maybe we get some people from Twitter. Let's see what happens. It's basically, I am live streaming on YouTube, AMA, Q&A. Let's chat about hooking up online. All right. So we'll tweet that and see if that goes. Your tweet has been sent. All right, sweet. So, what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about this post I made recently, and I'm going to go in depth about it a little bit, and we'll see. Maybe it'll give you some answers about your own posts or what can happen when you do post. I'm not going to show the actual post or read it word for word because, as you know, I tend to promote the idea of having multiple accounts. Now, I have probably 10 Reddit accounts, and there's a lot of reasons why multiple accounts is good, and you can read my blog article about that on the website. But one of the reasons is you only can post so much in certain subreddits. So, by making multiple accounts, you get to post a few different times within a 12 or 24-hour period without it getting blocked or banned. And Reddit knows that people use these multiple accounts, even so that, like, when you're in your app, the Reddit mobile app, you can load all your accounts in there and then just flip between them. So it's nothing that you're not breaking terms of service. It's something they want, something they promote anonymity. So if you want to know how to open up a Reddit account anonymously with a throwaway email, so there's no tie or connection back to you, I have a tutorial about that on the webpage and a blog article also. So check those out. But anyway, so I posted this. Let's take a look. I'm going to pull it up right now. But yeah, like what I was saying is I'm not going to post the actual, I'm not going to show the actual post on the stream because I don't want to reveal that account that I have. The only one that I really ever show on this stream is the lord.o account that is linked to this podcast and this live stream and the website, of course. So all other accounts I keep secret so that people don't know, so I don't get trolls or anyone that's trying to screw at me when I make posts, because part of the reason I make the posts is I test many different posts out, post styles, and then I put them all into my little black book of successful Reddit posts, only the ones that get responses and lead to something substantial. So, you might want to check that out too, the little black book. Um, anyway, I made this post. It was 5 days ago. I believe it was on like a Saturday night around midnight, and the style of this post is it's a long post. It has four paragraphs, a pretty good amount of writing. What I've found is that the longer posts with more descriptions and more images that you create in someone's head get a better response. Every once in a while, a short post will work, and it's usually something that is fleeting, meaning it may or may not pan out, right? You make a quick post and then someone replies quickly, and it doesn't have any substance to bring it into fruition. So I'm a fan of the long posts. Medium posts are cool too, but yeah. And this is the subreddit that I posted it in is a local subreddit. So for instance, if I was in New York, which I'm not, this subreddit would be New York R for R. Those subreddits are pretty good. There's a lot of real people in there. There's not a lot of spam, and the competition is less. You know, if you post in dirty R for R, which I post in a lot, you'll get like you just have tons of people in there posting. So it may or may not be feasible to actually get someone to respond because there's just so many posts, and then your posts get buried within like an hour or two. Your post is buried under a bunch of other posts, whereas in the local R for R subreddits, they're a little less graphic, a little less dirty, but they have less people. You can leave the post up for more days and you can get responses, whereas in I'll use dirty R for R as an example again. In dirty R for R, you can't really. You'll make a post and then it gets buried so far down that you don't, you know, if they don't respond in a few hours, it's pretty much a dead request, and you got to start again. Which is why I was saying about having multiple accounts so that you can, post something, you don't hear anything. A few hours later, you can post again from a different account because the one account won't allow you to post for something like 12 or 24 hours. It all depends on the subreddit. Um, so yeah, let's keep moving forward. But I am going to be quite specific about the reasoning behind all these things as opposed to actually reading the post to you. So it was sort of a fantasy type story post where it was I have this fantasy which I list or which I say in the title, and then I say you know looking for someone to fulfill this fantasy and give my location, and that was the title. And then it looks like in the first paragraph it's kind of like a storyline, and I like the ideas of making storyline posts because when you make a story, you build an image in someone's head, and then if that image is something they're into, they're going to respond because they want to be part of that story. So the first is kind of like explaining my situation, not really much about who I am, but just this is the situation that I have. And then the next paragraph kind of goes into, because I have this situation of who I am and what I'm looking for, I'm trying to find someone to fulfill that situation. That's fantasy. And then I give a little description about me. It doesn't really, the age is in the title, but I don't give it in the second paragraph my actual age, but I give that I'm a male, somewhat intelligent, clean, stuff like that, respectful, blah blah blah. But that I'm also into some kinky stuff too. So it kind of sets the plane for, we can get down into some dirty, naughty stuff, but I'm also not just some disrespectful fuck that, you can't trust. So that's the second paragraph. And then the third paragraph, this is a technique I use where I say something along the lines of, I want to chat first to get to know you a bit, exchange ideas, see if we're into the same thing, and then move forward from there. What I found is that by doing that, people feel less pressured and they're more prone to respond. Whereas if I was just like, I don't want to talk to you, I just want to meet up right now, it's possible you're going to get someone that wants that same thing. They just want to, act upon their urge in that moment. But you're also shunning all those people that are on the fence. And I like getting the people that are on the fence to engage in conversation. And then once I feel like it's worth pursuing, then we can move into the persuasion of bringing it into reality. So, yeah, that's one of my techniques that I feel is very successful, more successful than just saying, if you're into this, let's meet up. If not, don't message me. So I try to engage people in conversations. And then I go into some specific story stuff again about this fantasy. So once again, I'm trying to build the image, build the scene, put an idea in their head, a picture in their mind that will get them excited. When people talk about sexual urges and sexual needs and things, um, it's a big part of it's mental. So if you can mentally engage them, you have a better chance of making that hookup happen. The other thing that I could say about this is, like, one of the beautiful things about Reddit, as opposed to something like Tinder or even Facebook, where people try to meet, is Reddit. Your first engagement is of the mind, and then from there you can go into more physical stuff of what you look like and whatnot. And this benefits a lot of people who are not so confident, people who are maybe not the best looking or in the best shape. What it does is it allows you to engage someone on a mental plane, and then you can start to get them excited in a mental way. And from there, their, let's say, I don't want to say their standards, but like their raw standards of what they're into, it softens up. And ask any woman, like, sure, you can be the best looking dude, six pack abs, whatever, chiseled jaw, the whole deal, and they could be into that. But if you can engage them and get them mentally stimulated, that's only going to go so far. And so it's actually benefits you, if you're on Reddit, to engage in these type of storyline fantasy things. I've had tons of success with it. You can quote unquote bag, or you can that was bag, not beg. You can bag, you can score a lot of women who are, let's say, above your standard, or possibly even out of your league, simply by engaging them mentally and turning them on that way. And then from there, you can pursue other things and get them into more of a physical mood. Works every time, trust me. So let's keep going through this post. So we talk about wanting to chat first and see if their fantasies are in line with each other. And then I give a bit of a description, like I'm writing some type of erotic novel, not too long. And then I end it with the idea of, like, let's continue these thoughts through chat. So that's the gist of the post. That post right there, which is in a not very popular subreddit, since it's been 5 days, and it's had 486 views. It's pretty good. What you're going to notice in places like Dirty R4R or some of the bigger subreddits is that you're going to notice that your posts, because there's so many posts coming out so frequently, your post will get up to about 200 views, maybe 300. So when I see a post that gets around 500 views, such as this one, that I know the title was good, it got people interested. I know there's people in that area that are looking. I mean, we could be pretty sure that a portion of that, I don't know what percentage, but a portion of that is guys looking because they're curious. But yeah, it's pretty good to know that many people are checking out the local subreddits. So anyway, that was like Saturday night at midnight. I didn't get any responses from it at all. I did get a lot of views. And then I totally forgot about it. And the local R4Rs, I'll leave a post in there for about a week, maybe a little less if I want to repost, but much longer than the other ones before I delete them. So I just kind of left it in there and forgot about it, was like working around on other accounts. And then I got a response on 3 days later. So let me just pull that response up and kind of tell you how that went. So it was 2 days ago. Let's see. Yeah, so the post was 5 days ago. So 3 days later, which is 2 days ago, I got a response. I don't want to reveal who this person is, but here's the story with this response. The title of the message, it was a DM, direct message. The title of the message was in relation to what I was looking for in my post, meaning like that fantasy, and was basically like, do that fantasy to me. That was basically the title. And then all the message said was today with a question mark. Now, one-liners. That's less than one liner. That's a one-word response. I don't want to say it sets off alarms in your head, but it definitely, it's not a full red flag, but it's definitely something to be aware of, that they didn't really spend much time, which means they could be bouncing around. They could be just throwing a bunch of stuff out there. Maybe she realized that the post was made 5 days ago and responding wasn't really worth her time, but she still wanted to, throw something out there. So it can go a lot of ways. But what I'll say this, for guys and girls, the one word or one line response it's just so shitty. Just don't do it. Now, I have connected with a number of people who have started out with one line responses, but anytime they do send me that first message that's just one line or one word, I would say I immediately don't trust exactly what's going on. And what I'll do is I'll kind of start questioning them a little bit just to get them to talk. I want them to talk. I want to engage them. I want to know where their mind is at with this. So anyway, she sends this thing that just says today. And I don't know how much longer. It was less than an hour after I got it. I got the notification on my phone. And then I made a response. Now, I'm aware that she sent me a one-word thing, so I write something a little longer. And I basically started it with saying, hi, thanks for responding. I would love to engage in that thing, quote unquote. Trying not to reveal what the post is about so you guys can't find it and troll me. But I would love for that to happen. And then, unfortunately, when I got this message, I was actually working and couldn't really get away. And then I said, but I'm tied up with work right now. Is today the only chance I get, question mark. And then I also said, where are you located and what's your age? Now, anyone who's heard from me before will know that you need to ask early on. If they don't tell you your age in the first message, you need to ask early on how old they are. This is for a few reasons. One, you don't want to be chatting with anyone underage, obviously, for obvious reasons. So you want to ask, and you'd think that you possibly would think there's not a lot of people underage, but there are. There's a ton of them. It's the internet. They get on there. The other thing is if it's some type of scammy thing or someone trying to like trap you into, I don't know, some situation of blackmail or something like that. Not that it's ever happened to me, but it's all possible. So I usually I want information. I want it fast, and I don't think that that's uncalled for. I mean, I've given information in my post. I gave my, my gender, my age, my location even. So if they can't, meet that at least, then I'm suspicious and probably ready to move on. So yeah, that was my first response. And then her response, which was pretty quickly after, meaning like, there's a time when you're going to send and receive responses and they're going to take 20 to 30 minutes back and forth. It usually means that they're either engaging with someone else at the same time or they're doing other things, going about their day and just sending the message. That's a very different pace, and you should be aware of that pace and know what that means, as opposed to when messages are like 1 minute to 5 minutes between each message going back and forth. When you have someone engaged at that tempo, you need to pursue it then and there. It means that they're sitting there waiting, watching their phone, maybe watching TV or doing something else, but they're there, they're engaged, they're chatting with you. And the Reddit message app kind of sucks. You're better off getting into the messenger, but not everyone's using it, which is the direct chat messenger. But you're going to have to keep refreshing the page to see if they responded. It's a fucking pain in the ass. It's a little easier on the app because you get notifications on the phone. So So anyway, she responds that she's 20 years old. She responds that she's in a location that was close to the location that I said in the post. And then all she said was wet now with with a frowny face. Um, so that was another short one. So now I'm like thinking, okay, she's engaging back and forth conversation, but not sure how I feel about it. And then I responded saying, "Damn, I'm in that same location as you are right now," which I was. Um, and then I said, just knowing that you want to, you like that fantasy is getting me excited. And then, and then her response after that was, "You're so close. How important is work right now?" So she's definitely engaging. And then she said a few provocative things in a few messages. And then I responded saying, yes, I am really close. I'm usually able to get away, but tonight I can't. Or it wasn't even tonight. This was like in the afternoon. It was like 3 p.m. But I said, like, my schedule's booked up. I can't really get out of the things I'm going to. And then I said something like, "Damn, this sucks," And then I asked, "What part of that town are you in?" And I kind of gave the little more specific location of where I was. Once again, I'm trying to bait her into giving me information to see if she's actually real, to see if she's legit or if just someone like trolling and fucking around. And then her response to that was, "How much time would you have?" So she's still writing short messages, but she's engaging. So I think that's a good thing. And then I said, I don't have any time right now. Like, it's just not happening. Someone's, got stuff to do. And then I asked the question, like, what about later tonight? In case you're still in the mood. And then I asked, like, a few more questions, like when she's available. And then I ended it with, "What do you look like?" And that was it. And it went radio silent at that point. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it. It could be... Oh, I forgot to mention this. So, once we got engaged in this exchange of chatting, at some point I was like, I need to check her profile feed and see, what is she posted, when was she posting, if there's anything in her profile feed that would, let's say, go against the grain of what she's telling me in this post. So that's a big pain in the ass. Once again, I was on my phone, not on the or on the computer. So the reason it's a big pain in the ass is because you can't highlight their name like you can on the desktop and just click it and it takes you right to their profile. On the app, you can't do that. So it's really tough. And then some people have in their security settings that you can't search for their profile through the regular search option. So I came up with this little trick to be able to get to her profile without just being able to click on it. And I'll probably make a tutorial on this, like a step-by-step tutorial, because it's kind of hard to describe, but I'll try to describe it here. So what you can do is, if you click on the chat messenger part of Reddit on the app, right? So you have the messages, which is just like emailing kind of situation. And then you have the chat messenger, the direct messenger. And that's more of like, something that's similar to like a Kick or something like that. If you click on that and then you click the plus sign to add someone to that chat or to start chatting with someone, what'll come up is a list of some people that you have messaged with in the email type message situation, not the chat message, but the email message, and their name will be there. So then you click their name, and then you can click the kind of like the three dots in the top right corner of the settings, and then you'll get a drop down, and you can click view profile. So kind of a pain in the ass, but so worth it because, okay, so I go to her profile and she has, I believe she didn't have any posts at all, which is typical. Most women don't need to post because there's so many guys posting and they just, they interact that way. So she had almost no posts at all. And then, no posts at all for sure. And then she had 2 comments that she left on other people's posts. And then her karma was okay. She didn't have tons of it, but she had karma, which meant she's been around. And I look at her also when they opened the account, and the account was opened like 3 or 4 months ago. So the account being open 3 or 4 months ago is a good thing. It means that they've used Reddit. They're coming back and forth. It also means that they're not just some scammer that opened a throwaway account and that are just jumping in, and then they'll just close that account and never use it again. So it's, it's a good thing that they've been around and that they've built karma, which means they've been, interacting in the community in Reddit, which is what Reddit wants. So, so that was good. But here's the crazy thing, is that the 2 posts she responded to were guys posting in a different location, a location that's probably like 8 hours from where I am. So one of them was like a month ago that she posted that, or she responded to, which was just a response that said like, hit me up, and that was posted in some location that was further away. Okay, that doesn't tell me much. Maybe she was traveling, maybe she bounces back and forth. But the other one, she responded to someone in that same location that is 8 hours away. And that was like less than an hour ago. So she can't be in 2 places at one time. So it's possible that she was just trying to get some attention or just trying to flirt, or it's possible that she was where she said she was for me, but not where she was for him, or vice versa. So you just don't know. But that's the beauty of checking their profile, is so you can get an idea of if there's anything that's, different than what they're telling you. So I don't know. I mean, that was it. That was the end of the conversation with her. So she could have just been looking to flirt. She could have been, maybe she wasn't a she. Maybe she was just a guy who enjoys, teasing or trolling other dudes. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. You guys can think about it. Tell me what you think. I did, as I was like kind of looking through this again tonight before doing the stream, I did notice, or I did send her another message. And the message said something like, hey, you still interested in that fantasy? What are you up to this weekend? Something like that. And so we'll see if she responds. It's not out of the question that she will. It's not out of the question that she won't. I don't know. We just don't know. So, yeah, let's just see how that goes. And that was the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. If anyone is in the room, let's see. Let's do a hello to someone in the room. If not, we'll just keep moving forward. Let's pull this post up again. So there was my call out to the Dirty R4R group. So something you can do if you hit refresh on this. Oh, that didn't work. It's possible that this got banned. I mean, I did post it 26 minutes ago, but it's telling me that usually down here it'll tell you how many people viewed it. So maybe it did get deleted. Let's go to my profile. We'll go to posts. Okay, there it is up there. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they deleted it because it's only got 1 view. That's ridiculous. Why would they delete that? Maybe because I put the live stream link in there. This kind of sucks. Another way you can check to see if it's deleted is you go to the actual subreddit. Whoa, it's pretty slow in here right now. There's only 499 people online out of 143,000 subscribers. So I always click new, see where we're at. Posted it about 26 minutes ago. So let's scroll down. Let's see if we can find it. Don't know if it's in here. That's 1 hour ago. Yeah, so there's not much been posted at all in here. And my post got removed. So they have bots that scan this stuff. And we can try making another one. Let's just see what happens if we make another one without the link. Create post. Let's just keep it more simple. So this is good. You guys can see this. Put my age, male for R, which is Redditor. Oops, Redditor. And then let's just say I'm in the mood mood to chat, and hear your hookup stories. And let's just say, hey Reddit, it's late. It's late. I'm not tired. I am tired, but we'll say I'm not tired. And I'd love to chat with anyone about their hookup experiences. Anyone up and in the mood for a chat? I think I spelled that wrong. It's late. Up on a chat. So let's see if that gets anybody's response. Let's say no, not into underage, obviously rape, blood, piss, scat. Sometimes you got to put all that because people, when you open it up to talking about anything, let's do ask me anything, you'll sometimes get people who are just looking for some type of shock response, and they'll just write some dumb shit to you. So let's see what happens when we post it. It's possible it's going to tell me I can't post again in here right now. Let's say post. Okay. Now let's go back to our profile. Let's go back to our profile. Go to posts. Maybe refresh. Yeah, okay, there it is. So it got 2 views. Looks like looks like it went through. Let's check this other one again. Maybe it did. Yeah, this got 1 view in 30 minutes, which means they deleted that shit. Let's go back to Dirty R for R, and we'll click the new, and we'll see if we're up here. Yeah, so you can see it's listed right now. It hasn't been deleted, whereas the other one has been deleted, I think, because there's no reason that it wouldn't have gotten any views. We can talk about the view pacing. So if you're getting 1 view a minute, meaning like, okay, we posted, I mean, we're kind of going too quick here. Posted 1 minute ago, there's 2 views. If you 10 minutes in, you should have at least 10 views. You should have more like 20 views, about double, at least 2 every minute. But then by like, 20 to 30 minutes in, you really should be up to like almost 80 posts or 80 views. And usually they can tell how many people are on and how quick they're responding and reading by how many views I get in a short period of time. Yeah, so this is live because now we're 1 minute in, I already got 9 views. So that's great. And I already got 1 downvote. That's great. Guys fucking love to download others. I talked to a number of women. None of them give a shit. They don't downvote ever. They'll only upvote. So, yeah, 31 minutes ago and 1 view. Yeah, this thing is dead. It's probably because of the link. So, let's see. Yeah, we'll see. Now, this is what I was kind of saying about the messages, is that we have to refresh it to see if a message comes in. It's not going to, on our phone, we'll see it come in as a notification, but on the web page you won't, or on the desktop you won't. So let's check that. And we could flip through some. I usually keep 2 tabs open, one that I'm surfing with, and one that I'm not. So let's do a little surfing. Let's surf for like 10 minutes. And instead of surfing just through Dirty RVR, because it looks a little slow, let's just go to home, which is pretty much everything that I'm following. Might have to blur some of this out, but we're going to go to new. Yeah, so let's just read through some of these, see if we find anything that's funny. And here's our post right here. I'm in the mood to chat, right? And so what I can do is, like I said, I have 2 tabs open, so I can go to this tab and I can click on our post, keep this open. 3 minutes ago, 11 views. So Like I said, there's about 3 times as much, 60% upvoted. Another good thing about having multiple accounts is, let's say this gets downvoted a lot and I don't want it to screw up my karma. I could go log out, go into another account, and upvote myself. And then do that through some of my accounts till I'm back up to 0 or 1. Just because I don't want it to chew away at the karma that I have up there. I'm going to do a video on how to get karma. Might be quick, might not be, but we'll do that another time. So let's see if we find anything fun in here. Porn swap. Exchange is an interesting one. We'll click on this. I like Exchange, although I don't get much responses from anything I post in Exchange. What I'll get in Exchange is if I post something, I don't get much responses. But if someone like this posts, then it's fair game. We can probably get in touch with them. They posted 6 minutes ago. They're probably bombarded right now by people. But hey again, guys, as usual, you tell me what you like, and I'll hook you up if you do the same for me. It's very simple, but a lot of fun. However, it isn't fun when you send a super long list of kinks that I have to sort through. Keep it around 3 or 4 at most. Too many times I've had people get mad, and I don't send them specific kink in the 20 they listed, and I'm not dealing with it anymore. It's funny. So I feel like this person is legit. I don't feel like there's some bullshitter. It sounds like she's been down the road before. The fun part of it is seeing what your partner picked out for you to look at. The suspense and surprise is a lot of fun. To make this exchange take less time, I won't be sending out any full videos, just pics and GIFs. And believe me when I say pics can be just as good as GIFs. So don't feel like you have to send GIFs. I probably will be mixing it up myself. Also, I would not send anything age play, toilet, animal, and incest related. Good. It's all good. It's not happening, so don't try it. Yeah, this sounds pretty awesome. And then, so after I would read this, I could respond. And like, okay, so how are you going to respond? No, you don't want to fill this in. There's always an idiot that fills this in and says, I messaged you. Don't do that dumb shit. What you do is you click on the profile of the person. All right. Now this is crazy. So this person posts a lot in here. And then you go to more options over here. And you click send message. And then that'll give you a direct message to the person. So 7 minutes ago, 7 days, 19, 1 month. Yeah, so it doesn't look like they post a lot. They're like posting once or twice a month even. But it's kind of like the same thing. She's into exchanging porn with people on Reddit. So not so bad. Let's go back. Pretty cool. Not a bad one. Porn swap, huh? Let's just refresh the new again. I sometimes refresh it to look at what's going on here, but also over here to make sure no one's messaging me. Oh, let's check this one out. 30, female for male. I'm tipsy in a really hot bath. Let's talk. You heard the woman. Light me up, fellas. Yeah. I wouldn't respond. The title was good, but I wouldn't respond to this. This is just a one-liner. I'm kind of not into that. If I click on their profile, we see what else they've posted. Nothing. Cake Day is their birthday is on May 22nd. They have 1 karma. They're not that active. Yeah, could be something worth responding to, but yeah, not into it. Looking for more substance in search of submissive, modern day slave. Yeah. Let's see, anything else funny in here? Gone Wild audio is awesome. I'm not going to click it because it'd probably get this podcast taken down, but yeah. The Gone Wild stuff. Not much going on tonight sorry, I'm just reading some of these in many of the forums, but it's late. All right. I guess that's going to be it for me for tonight. We didn't really get anyone to chat with, but maybe another time. If you're watching this in a replay, you should subscribe so that when I go live, you can come in and chat or listen to me chatting with people. I really want to chat with people. You should also check out our on Hooking Up Now. We got the podcast. It's live. The first podcast has been released. It's a chat with me and Finley Lattimore, just about some Reddit type experiences and hooking up. She's really fun and awesome to talk to. But yeah, our podcast is up, and you can check it out on iTunes, Google Play. TuneIn is not up yet, but it will be soon. Stitcher or on our site. So if you click on our site, you get to here's the first episode, and you click on that, like as if you guys don't know, and there it is. Boom! You can take a listen to what we have to say. It's a really fun thing. We talked about a bunch of stuff, catfishing and a decrease in posts and staying safe and blah 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 blah. Anyway, this is Lord O from hookingupnow.com. I'm gonna pause the stream. Maybe I'll come back if people come in. But yeah, it's great chatting with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of a case study about this post I made and how I got a response and what it didn't lead to. But anyway, all right guys, good night.